Hey, we're at beautiful Gibbs Gardens up in Ball Ground, Georgia, and we're going to plant a special plant. You know, I think that every landscape needs a fruiting plant in it, but when you think fruiting plants, what are you thinking? Apple tree, they're too big. Figs, oh my gosh, they're way too big. Raspberries, blackberries, they got thorns, you don't like that. What is the perfect landscape plant that has fruit on it? Blueberries. This is a fabulous plant to put in because it not only has fruit, it has pretty flowers in the spring, has spectacular fall color. Blueberries, 3 seasons of the year. It's going to be an attractive plant. And you get fruit too. What's not to like about that? But planting a blueberry has to be done right from the beginning. If you do it right, you're going to have blueberries for 20 years that you'll enjoy with the family. First thing is to choose the right variety. Rabbit-eye blueberries do best throughout the southeast, so generally speaking, that's the one to choose when you go to a garden center. I need a rabbit-eye type blueberry. This one is an Alapaha. It came from Bottom's Nursery down in Concord, Georgia. And Alapaha, there's Ochlockonee, there's Triumph and Tiff Blue, Supreme. There's a bunch of different rabbit-eye blueberries. It's best if you have 2 different varieties of blueberry in the landscape. They'll pollinate each other better. But if you only have room for one, plant the one, you'll get some pollen in there and you'll have a pretty good crop anyway without having 2. So let's take this Alapaha blueberry, move it off to the side, and dig a nice hole right here. One of the things that blueberries like is acid soil. Acid soil, you can figure out what you have to add to it by having a soil test done by your local extension office. But in our case, we're going to make sure it's acid by mixing the soil with peat moss. Peat moss is a very acidic material. And when we mix it in with the soil, then we'll have a nice area for the blueberry to grow in. Now that I have the hole pretty much dug, I see that I've got a lot of dirt in my bin that needs some more peat moss on top of it. So let me get my peat moss bale and dump some in there. A little word to the wise here, if you're using peat moss, wear old clothes. It is dusty stuff. Okay, now I can take the peat moss and soil mixture, slide it, real carefully slide it over to my hole and dump it in. There we go. Nice. Then I can take my shovel and finish the mixing process. Now when you're making the mixture, it needs to be about half and half or 3 to 1 maybe with the peat moss and the soil. A little bit less peat moss and soil, but nonetheless still a lot of that good acidic organic matter gets mixed in. Now we'll make us a little hole in the middle. And we get our blueberry out of the pot. Yeah, ooh, nice. Look at the roots here. Nice full pot, got a lot of nice roots in there. Good. And you know, before I plant it, I want to get some fertilizer in here. One of the things that blueberries really like is organic, slow-release fertilizer. This is milorganite right here. Milorganite is composted sewage sludge. You don't have to have both of these things, but I'll put a little bit in there. And a little bit of azalea camellia food. That works fine as well. Not too much. Very good. Neither one of these will burn the roots, so I just put the plant right in there where they are. That's right, I want the blueberry to be about the same level here in the ground that it was growing in the pot, so let's dig a little bit more out. That's better. And then we can put it up like this. Man, oh man, oh man. Sometimes I wish there was a time machine so I could get the blueberries off of it the minute I plant it. And nonetheless, it's going to take about 2 or 3 months in the spring to have beautiful blueberries. Now you can plant blueberries in the fall or in the spring, probably not in the middle of the summer, not a great time to do that. But if you have a blueberry in your landscape, you're going to have fruit, you'll have the pretty flowers in the spring, you have the pretty color in the fall. Blueberries are an awesome plant, a fruiting plant that everybody needs in their landscape. Now you'll get a lot more tips just like this if you stay tuned to the Georgia Farm Monitor.